Hey guys, Chaps here, and well, I just completed General in Operation 3. This isn't going to be one of those stupid, hey, I just reached General, here's all the skins type thing. Instead, I wanted to talk about my experience this season. I'm going to start by saying the reworking of the daily objectives was excellent. We no longer have the stupid challenges for playing as certain characters or winning on certain maps. The split to have one for PvP, one for PvE, and 2 neutral objectives, and still retaining the free reroll, yeah, it's pretty nice, and I'm sure most fans really appreciated that. Oh, and let's not forget about the free stars that's just based on time played. I think we're getting one for every 30 minutes or so played, but I'm not exactly sure on that timing. So this operation launched on March 31st, and we're apparently slightly over halfway through this 3-month operation. Some people grinded out the tour the first day, and others are still slowly chugging through it. I wanted to highlight my approach for this season though. I was pretty turned off by aspects of the tour in Operation 1, but I played it because it was fresh. I still wasn't happy in Operation 2, and the game wasn't fresh anymore, so I just didn't play. I actually earned 0 stars in Operation 2. With Op 3, I was pretty happy with the changes that I saw, but I wanted to see how realistic it was to complete the tour for the average gamer. Because of this, I made an effort to grind nothing, and I generally just took things pretty casually. I haven't really been playing Horde or Escape, so my time was mainly spent in versus multiplayer. I'll scroll through my medals here so you can get an idea of what I was playing. As you can see, I didn't really do much for PvE. With this tour, I basically just played what I wanted to play, and made very minimal efforts to change things based on objectives. I wanted to play Gridiron, so I mainly played that. Quick Match was fun occasionally, and I even started to enjoy Arcade a bit near the end. I logged in most days, but not every day, and I basically played what I wanted to play. For most of the season, I didn't even pay any attention to my daily objectives. I just let them come naturally over time. And yeah, I never paid attention to the medals throughout the entire season. Later in the season, as I logged in, I started to look at the dailies a bit more. Perhaps these would encourage me to play King of the Hill, in which case I just did Quick Match for a bit. Or maybe it wanted grenade kills, so I'd change up my playstyle and focus more on grenades. I just want to be clear though, and say that I never actually went and played modes or ways that I wouldn't normally want to play. This kinda just influenced me to change up things slightly. I simply played for fun, and only let this have minor impacts on my playstyle. As I said, I mainly played PvP, but I certainly got my fair share of PvE objectives. If it was one for completing a certain amount of waves or hives, I simply rerolled it. Most of the other ones though, I just left. If I had 10 minutes to kill, or I was waiting for someone to get on, I'd load up wave 6 or 7 of Horde and just grind it out. And I want to be really clear here. I didn't do this every day. I only did it if I had a few minutes to kill while I was waiting for something. I also want to be very clear and specify that I never spent iron on a reroll. Well, actually, as I edit this, I see that I apparently spent 10 iron accidentally one day, so yeah, that kinda sucks and I kinda hate myself for that. Oh well. This tour required 626 stars to complete, and I completed it in 47 days. Thus, I averaged 13.3 stars per day. Don't forget though, I've completed a few medals, which has netted me to 94 stars. And I did this in 47 days, so let's assume that I earned like 50 stars just from playing. So really, from my daily objectives alone, I averaged about 10.25 stars per day. That's actually really close to what the average should be for a casual daily player. If you do all 5 free objectives per day, you should get approximately 10 stars per day. And just for those number crunchers out there, if you assume no medals or time-based stars, that 10 stars per day would allow you to complete the tour in 63 days. If you ignore PvP, or if you ignore PvE and just do one or the other, you'll get about 8 stars per day on average, thus completing the tour in 78 days. Without spending iron, you can at most get 15 stars per day just from your dailies, and that will allow you to complete it in 42 days. And if you play every day but get the minimum number of 5 stars per day, it'll take you a full 125 days. But again, this is purely the number of days it would take from the daily objectives alone. You're bound to get a decent number from medals and the time-based stars. To give an idea, the tour should be about 91 days. Each day you play, you should get at least 1 free star due to time played. And also don't forget that there's over 300 stars possible through medals. So needless to say, it's not that difficult. I'd say that most people could easily complete this tour without paying any attention to objectives as long as they played for an hour or so most days. If you averaged about an hour of playtime every other day, you'd probably earn around 91 free stars over the course of the tour. If you paid attention to the dailies and just went after them casually, you'd probably get about 450 stars, or possibly even much more depending on when you played relative to the daily reset. That means that you only need 85 stars from medals. That's pretty reasonable in my opinion, and I think the Coalition did a great job with scaling the size of this tour. What now though? I mean, I've completed my tour, so what should I do now? Well, for starters, I kinda want to get that hang time execution, so I'm gonna go for that. If I'm really bored, I may also go for Armed and Dangerous, but I'm not too sure about that one. Mainly though, I'm gonna be working towards totems. Having challenges with meaningful rewards is really doing a lot to help give meaning and add a goal, other than just playing for fun that is. As many people probably want to point out, yes, something should be done so that the stars that we keep earning after we complete the tour actually go towards something. And I sort of agree, and it's nice to hear that something will be coming in the future, maybe as soon as Operation 4. I also can't help but add, well, it would be kinda nice to go back and earn some of that Operation 2 stuff I missed. I know this is controversial though, but to hear my views, check out this video from last month I made about a potential solution. And that's all I really have for today. I just wanted to showcase my approach for the tour of this operation and share my thoughts on how easy it is to complete. Thanks for watching everyone, and I will catch you next time.
Gonna need a medic here! Logan! Enemy spotted!
Do you hear that? It is the sound of 1,000,000 human voices begging for mercy. Delicious.